This is a story about our wild show at Howard University. First off, shout out to all the HBCUs in the building. If you went to a HBCU, make sure you commented down below. Tell us where you went. So this was April of 2013, which sounds actually wild when I think about it. But of course, we were doing live shows, like tours at the time, little circuits. And East Coast always showed love, from New York, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, everywhere. They showed love. So this particular tour, we were headed to D.C. So that's exciting because I love D.C. I know, Cam, you like D.C., you know what I'm saying? So we in D.C. So we got booked to do our hour and some change show. Now, at this time, our popularity was pretty widespread, I would say, and we were known around the Howard campus. And so the committee that booked us, of course, they assign us a person that's supposed to like be our point person while we're there. So I won't say her name, but shout out to her. I still know her. I won't say her name, but at the time, I don't know if she knew the weight that we held in these internet streets, right? So walk y'all through a little bit before what we do for a show. So at the time, our show consisted of us not being seen. We wanted to make sure that we weren't seen before the show happened because we didn't want to ruin the element of surprise, right? So when we would be backstage trying to, like, you know, work out stuff and do jokes and sound check and all that, we were like, all right, we just make sure we close the doors, ain't nobody in. Now, at the time, Cam and Mike specifically weren't the best people at holding their urine. And so, because Cam had an experience with a product called NO2 Explode, where it really it made you have to pee like orgasmically a lot during the day, and it was terrifying. One time we had to pull over on the highway for this man. It affected all of us, but I think it affected him and Mike a little more.
Psychologically messed me up.
Psychologically messed that man up. He can't look at toilets the same way no more. So they had to use the bathroom. So we tell her, hey, is there a way to get to the bathroom without, you know?
But that's not it. We were going to actually go into the stage, just what you about to tell.
Oh, I thought there was a bathroom. But what? Well, now you know that Cam had a bathroom issue. But we were going to the stage to see. So we were like, hey, when you take us there, can we make sure that like nobody sees us? And so we kept saying like, hey, can we make sure that nobody sees us? She's like, oh yeah, and the way I'm taking y'all, don't nobody know. Like kind of saying like, ain't nobody gonna be out there, nobody know y'all like that right now. She wasn't saying that, but she was kind of saying that at the time. So we were like, no, you understand? Like we kind of them dudes right now. So like, we don't want to, no. So we go in the elevator, and we going up. And we like, all right, well, let's just see. We go to the elevator. I'm talking about doors open. We looked at her. So now we kind of got to, like, hey, everybody fight through the crowd, go. Cool, we go do our check, do our thing. We come back. We look at her.
And what'd she say to us?
She was like, "Oh, she like?
I didn't know.
I didn't know it was gonna be like that." And so we looked at her. We just told you what it was going to be. You're hard-headed. So now we backstage, and we going through all our checks. And so we didn't actually know how many people were going to be at this show because, I mean, I guess it was a free show. I'm not sure. But we didn't know how many people were going to be at the show. So on Instagram at the time, or somebody had took a picture of, like, what it looked like outside while we was backstage. Yeah, it was. I hope we can find this picture to put up here. I'm talking about it was slammed.
It was so slammed that they started turning people away.
Yeah.
And then they stopped having. They were allowing outside people from the school to come in. They stopped all of them. It was just too slammed.
It was packed.
And I said, well, goddamn.
It must be two sides. It was crazy. So we were like, oh, that's how many people. I was like, okay, cool. So we're backstage getting.
And then she said, I didn't know it was gonna be like that.
You know, sometimes you gotta tell people because they don't understand. You gotta keep reminding them, even though we reminded you plenty of times. So now we backstage. This is like maybe this gotta be 5 minutes. This is one that we have this joke to this day. It's like 5 minutes. Like they done let people in, so you hear it outside. The DJ scratching, music is playing. It's slammed, and then you can hear. I'm like, okay, this about to be. We about to go out here. I'm like, you know, I don't know if y'all know, but like, you just get this like nervous feeling, but it's like excited, they're anxious. You just ready to kind of just get out there, get it going. So it's like 5 minutes for the show. We all in our places trying to like make sure we ready. Now there's a lighting guy that's assigned to make sure the stage is lit up and that stuff is working properly. And this particular lighting guy had to be 178 years old. My man came over there to us. Like, we're about to go on stage. He comes over there and says, hey, can one of y'all help me upstairs with the lights? It's dark up there.
Kid you not. Verbatim.
I'm talking about verbatim.
He said it's dark up there. What I'm thinking, why they hire some old ass man who can't see?
I'm like, what you mean? It's dark up there. Can one of y'all help me with the lights?
You telling me you a light man without extra lights or a flashlight or some type of light to see?
We about to go on stage. Like, we're literally about to go. The intro music is going.
We tell him no.
We were like, no, man. And he just limped away. Or disappeared. I don't know if he was an omen or something. Maybe it was a foreshadowing for what was about to come, because he said it's dark out there. We were like, all right, man, we can't do nothing for you. To this day, we be saying it's
dark in here.
It's funny.
That man was living with Bane.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
He was born. He wasn't born in the darkness because he
didn't adopt the dark.
He did not adopt the dark. So now we like, all right, well, we about to kill this show, man. Boom. Now at the time, Mike was the first one to go out. So, however Mike set the tone, then that's what it was gonna be. We was like, all right, well, whatever we heard once Mike went out, and usually we knew once Mike went out, you hear the crowd, you're like, all right, well, we in here. So Mike was coming out to a specific song at the time, and so he goes out, and I'm trying to describe it to you. He goes out, and all we hear is, all right, what to the hour show, and because the mic is going in and out, and I say, oh no. So you can kind of hear him talking, but not really. And I was like, uh-oh. If we have mic issues, if Mike got mic issues, that's not going to be the only issues we run into. So then I come out.
Light and mic.
We got light and mic issues now. Because the lights are not really, it kind of is off. I go out there, I start to say something on the mic. My mic is going in and out. I'm like, oh no. Now I'm getting a little worried, because mind you, it's slammed in here. It's packed. And people are like, yeah. But we know as the performers, like, man, come on, man. You get frustrated. And I know they heard it back there too. You hear Mike cutting in and out. So then we all are on stage. One of our jokes required the projector. The projector was not working for the segment that we needed. So we got light, mic, and projector issues. And then instead of, because there's a certain lighting that you want when you're on stage, because it's like the silhouette lighting, the intimate light to kind of put the performers on. Since they didn't have that, they turned on the whole auditorium lights. So now it's just like we just in here it's not an intimate show anymore. It's just Lights on. Now we see everybody. Like it's just a whole crowd, which makes you just even a little bit more nervous because when the lights is low, you can't really see nobody. You can see like the people in the first couple. Oh, it was. I'm talking about wall to wall.
But they were understanding.
And that's the thing. That's the thing I appreciate and I love about Howard. They were like, everybody was like in the front row, like, it's okay, y'all. It be like that sometimes at Howard. Y'all go ahead. And we was like, all right, we made the best out of it, but we just remember
dropping our mics and just start projecting.
Yeah, we dropped our mics and just started yelling. We dropped them and I mean, it worked, but for us, it just felt. You want the best performer. As a performer, you want to come out and perform. And then, like, technically, like, for a technical standpoint of a show, it wasn't good. But for the audience standpoint of the show, it was great because it was packed out. It was beautiful, and Howard showed love. And still people to this day still talk about that show, and they still hit us up because they went to that show or followed us from that show. So that was a good part about it. But there's nothing worse than a light not working, projector not working, and a mic not working.
There's no show.
It's just like I don't know, and then the lights being all on. It just wasn't in. And we've had some technical difficulties at a show. I'll give you a quick insert for one real quick. One time we had to do had to host a show. Mind you, before the show, we send them what we need for the show. And they know that we're a group of 6 people at the time. So they understand if I'm hiring a group of 6 people to host, I should probably have every bit of equipment and at least, if nothing, the microphones for them to host. We get to the show to host, slammed again. We get ready to go on stage. We was like, oh, where the rest of the mics at? Because they gave Mike a microphone. And it was like, where the rest of the mics at? They was like, oh, okay. We only have one microphone. Why'd you hire us? Yeah, sorry, we only have one microphone. So Mike had to go to the car, get his wireless mic to plug into their system. So we had 2 mics. And we just made jokes about us having 2 mics the whole time because we had to pass. We was passing the mic. Moral of the story is you got to make do with what you got, especially when you first starting off. All right, so if you're a performer out there or an entertainer, just understand that you're going to have to go through these things sometimes. But hopefully, the one thing you won't have to go through is nobody coming up to you and saying, can you help me with the equipment? Because it's dark up there. That's pretty much it.
What did we do after that show?
Did we party? No, I don't think we party. A lot of times after the show, we don't party. We be tired.
Was there a shooting after that show? I
shooting?
Time we was at Howard, and they were like, it was a shooting or something happened after the event we was at Howard.
Who knows?
In the area. Not
in school, yeah.
Around, they shut it down, remember?
Maybe. It could have been that time. I know for one thing, I know we went and found food. Yeah, because after the show, you be hungry. So I know we went and did that, but I don't know. I don't know. But that was the time we had our wild show at Howard University.
Last thing I want to say, another since you want to insert being doubted and messed up shows, we did a show in Virginia, and we get there and we see the amount of chairs they put out. We was like, can you put out more chairs? We gonna need more chairs. There's gonna be a lot more people here. And it was like, well, if it is, we'll bring them out.
And they had it like the thing so one side of the ballroom was closed. Yeah.
So then we come back, because that was rehearsal. We come back for the show. They're like, oh, we're sorry. We got to delay it because we didn't know this many people were going to show up. We got to open up this side and put out more chairs.
So from here on out, when somebody doubts you, just tell them you're going to have to pull the chairs out on them. Sometimes you got to pull the chairs out on people because they just be doubting you. So that's it.
Alright, what comes in the box once you get it, all your retainers. I got 15 of them, so it's going to take me 15 weeks to straighten my teeth. And I only got the top teeth because I need a bottom tooth extracted. But what's cool about Bite, they work with me, so they'll still help me with my top teeth until I get my bottom teeth situated. So I got 15 retainers all in this box. Also, got some accessories. I got what you put your retainers in, carry around when you take them out to eat, or if you out or whatnot at a restaurant, you on a date, put it in there. And I got some whitening foam to use, whiten my teeth. Also, You got the Hyper Bite, which is really cool, which cuts your time in half. If you use it every day, I think it's just for 5 minutes a day, it'll cut your treatment time in half. It's the only technology that Bite has. It's a technology that only Bite has, which is really cool, which separates them from all the other competition. So I'm excited to use that. And yeah, so today is the day. I'm gonna open this one, see what it looks like. Boom. But I still get the bottom with it, but it's probably just gonna keep it in place where it's at, which is cool. But this is my first tray for the first week of straightening my top teeth. So comes with instructions. Comes with a little sticker that says the wait is over. It is time to bite. I know you can't see it. If it focus, I don't know. This is cool. Let me pop it in. And it fits. Fits perfectly, actually. Yep. And it's comfortable too. But I gotta take it out before I eat or drink anything that's not water. So that's cool. Let me put this in the tray. So if y'all want to start on this journey, just use my code BITEDT. This is the story of my 3 unexpected tugs in Vegas.